Welcome to Spagtastic. In this lesson we will be learning how to use conjunctions. This is a level 2 skill. Let's begin by thinking about what is a clause. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. A subject is the person, animal or thing that does the verb, and the verb is an action or being word. In the sentence, Holly skips well, Holly is the subject and skips is the verb. We are now going to learn the difference between a main clause and a subordinate clause. A main clause is when a clause works on its own as a sentence. For example, the dog chased the ball. A subordinate clause can't exist on its own as it is not a complete sentence, but it adds meaning to the main clause. We already know in the sentence the dog chased the ball is the main clause. If we add to the end of that sentence, when it went to the park, this is an example of a subordinate clause. It tells us more about the main clause. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are joining words that link together parts of a sentence. We're going to learn now about coordinating conjunctions. The three main coordinating conjunctions are and, but and or. We use coordinating conjunctions when we want to link two or more words or clauses together. It is important to remember that the clauses need to make sense on their own. Let's learn about and. And can be used to add extra information to a sentence. Here is an example. I went to the shop, I bought a new toy. At the moment, these two clauses are not joined, but we can join them together using the coordinating conjunction and. I went to the shop and I bought a new toy. Now let's learn about the coordinating conjunction but. But can be used to join together ideas that contrast. Here's an example. I love animals, I'm allergic to horses. At the moment, these two clauses are not joined, but we can join them together using the conjunction but. I love animals, but I'm allergic to horses. We are now going to learn about the conjunction or. Or is a conjunction that is used to connect choices or possibilities. Here's an example. We could go swimming, we could go bowling. If we use the coordinating conjunction or, we can connect these two ideas together. We could go swimming or we could go bowling. Now we are going to learn about subordinating conjunctions. The four subordinating conjunctions we are going to learn about are when, if, that, and because. We use subordinating conjunctions to join a subordinate clause to a main clause. A subordinate clause helps to give more meaning to the main clause, but it cannot exist on its own as it's not a complete sentence. Let's learn about the subordinating conjunction when. If we take the sentence, Oscar tries hard at school, this sentence makes sense by itself and it's a complete piece of information. It's a main clause. We can use the subordinating conjunction when to add more detail. Oscar tries hard at school when there are no distractions. Now let's learn about if. In the sentence, you can play with your friends. This makes sense by itself and it's a complete piece of information. We can use the subordinating conjunction if to add more detail. You can play with your friends if you complete your homework. Next we're going to learn about the conjunction that. In the sentence, Shafali ate the fruit. This makes sense by itself and it's a complete piece of information. We can use the subordinating conjunction that to add more detail. Shafali ate the fruit that she bought from the market. Finally, we are going to learn about because. In the sentence, I ate an apple, this is a main clause and it makes sense by itself. We can use the subordinating conjunction because to add more detail. I ate an apple because I was hungry. Here is a summary of the learning in this lesson. Coordinating conjunctions such as and, but and or join groups of words that are equally important. Subordinating conjunctions such as when, if, that and because add extra information to the main clause. Using coordinating and subordinating conjunctions in our writing makes it better and more interesting to read.